Imagine a man says to a woman, "Please marry me. I can't live without you." She shouldn't marry him because he's either a liar or a very sick guy. If he can't live without her, he doesn't need a wife, he needs therapy.
Welcome to Separate Bathrooms. My name's Brahe-Daddo.
I'm Elle.
We've got a fabulous guest coming in today.
An unusual guest.
Not our usual
Yep.
suspect person. We've had entertainers, we've had therapists, we've had book authors.
Yeah.
Today we have a rabbi
Yeah.
coming in. He's beaming across from the United States. His name is Rabbi Manis Friedman. He's written a book, Creating a Life That Matters.
He's a world-renowned author. He's a counselor, teacher, speaker. And this is what's interesting. He's really well known for his provocative and incisive wit and wisdom. Now, he has a take on relationships, marriage, your essence that we've never heard before. And we're really excited to explore that with him and hear him chat about it.
We're very much looking forward to this chat. Let's welcome Rabbi Manis Friedman into the bathroom. Welcome, Rabbi Manis Friedman, to the bathroom. I'm hoping I can safely say that this is your first interview in a bathroom.
Is that what it is?
Oh,
I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah, we called our podcast Separate Bathrooms because we've created this podcast because of our relationship and wanting to assist others with relationship as well. And I know that that's something that is incredibly close to your heart. And we sort of came up, someone asked, I think it was Cam, someone asked Cam, what's your first tip about, a happy marriage? And he said separate bathrooms, very tongue in cheek. So you're not, you have your privacy with each other, and hence the name sprung from that moment. But we're really excited to talk to you, Rabbi, because you've spent years with couples, you've spent years talking about parenting, about finding your essence, about finding your purpose, and you've written, or you've co-wrote this book, is that right? Creating a Life That Matters?
Yes. Actually, my first book is very reminiscent of your title. The first book was "Doesn't Anyone Blush Anymore?"
Yeah, I saw that title. I love that.
Have to have separate bathrooms if you don't want to blush.
Well, it's nice to have some mystique, isn't it, Rabbi?
A little modesty leaves something to the imagination. It's very healthy.
Absolutely. You're talking to us from. Tell us again where you are. You're actually on a camp with teenagers, right?
Yeah, a little retreat for 3 weeks.
And whereabouts are you?
Just outside of Roanoke, Virginia.
Oh, how gorgeous.
And the learning is incredible. The study, the conversations, these teenagers are so precocious. They're so far ahead of what we were when we were teenagers.
Yeah, why do you think that is? Why are they so far ahead?
The exposure.
Yeah. Social media,
they're so
internet.
Exposed to so much, so early, and in their lives also.
And how do you counsel kids in that way?
Well, we're not really counseling as much as re-educating. Like, this is what it would be like if you got it right the first time.
Yeah.
Had you known all of this, you would have been in a better place. So it's just getting everything right.
Yeah. That brings us to your book. The first part of your book, you primarily focus on our identity and the essence of what it means to be a human being. What does essence mean to you, and what is your essence?
Generally speaking, essence means the unchanging part. The part that is the way it is and will never be different. The things that change, come and go, obviously those are not essential.
Yeah.
So what are we essentially as human beings? Well, we're intelligent. Intelligence demands purpose. Something that is done for no purpose is senseless, and the intelligent mind can't handle it. So the question of why we are here has become a very painful, visceral discomfort. I can't take it, not knowing why I'm here.
Yeah.
Because that's what intelligence demands. So if I believe that anything can happen at any time to anyone for no reason, that is deeply disturbing. If life doesn't make sense, we can't handle it. That's a compliment to the human being.
Yeah.
We can't just hang around. We need to know that there's a purpose, there's rhyme and reason. That's intelligence. So even young children today are saying, why do I have to go to school? I didn't even ask to be born. Now that is a powerful argument. I have to take responsibility? I didn't even ask to be born. How did I become responsible? You gave birth to me, you're responsible. So you pay the bills.
Right.
It's a pretty good argument.
Yeah.
But then the parents say, oh, we didn't ask to be born either. Why should we pay? And the grandparents say, we didn't ask to be born. Why should we pay? So how far back do we need to go?
Yeah. That's
Adam
right.
and Eve? They didn't ask to be born either. So why are we here? Why are we here is not a philosophical question. It's an urgent, visceral question. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
What is your answer to that question, Rabbi?
What is the answer?
And is it different for everyone?
Not really. Can't be different for everyone. Because we're all born the same way. Unwillingly. we're all born unwillingly. So we don't ask to be born because we don't need to. Isn't that amazing? We don't need to be born, which means we don't need to live. So for 5,000 years of known history, written history, everything we did was motivated by the need to live. Well, if you don't do this, you're going to die. Okay, we'll do it. Today, 5,000 years later, we're saying, wait a minute. You're telling me to live my life so that I don't die? Does that make any sense? Live so that you can live? It's not making sense. So, what is our purpose? To get right to the punchline, our purpose is to make this world, that is the lowest world with all the ugliness possible, to turn this world into the most beautiful world. Meaning, to bring God down to earth. Not to get to heaven. That's another depressing thought. You're stuck here for 80, 90 years, and then you leave and go someplace else. So what am I doing here?
Yeah.
If there's a better place, oh, he's in a better place now. Oh, if there's a better place, let's all go.
One of your beautiful quotes is exactly that. You said about it's not about us trying to get to heaven, it's about creating heaven on earth. And that is our purpose. Yeah.
Exactly. Because that's what God wants. God is not impressed with heaven. That's his starting point. Hey, look at the Bible. In the beginning, God created heaven. Not good enough. He created earth. The rest of the Bible is about earth. Nothing said about heaven. So why are we so fascinated with heaven?
Because it's on the other side of the fence. The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence if you're not taking care of your own grass.
And the reason for that, I think, is because I can't imagine that this side of the fence can get any better.
Yeah, that's right. That makes sense. Yeah.
That's defeatism. You've given up on this world, and you're hoping that there's something better. Well, if you give up on this world, you're not very useful. So going to heaven is not a good idea, primarily because to get there you have to die. And that's never a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
We want to move on to marriage.
To marriage?
In your experience, Rabbi, is there a most common issue or challenge between or within couples?
You're not going to hear any conventional answers from me.
We're gathering
That's
that,
why you're
actually.
The thing that is ruining marriages today is love. Love is killing marriages. The other thing that is destroying marriages is sex. So love and sex are destroying our marriages. Most people think love and sex is marriage.
Yeah.
It's not. You can have love without marriage. You can have sex without marriage. No. So love and marriage do not go together like a horse and carriage. That's a bad message. And besides, which one is the horse?
Yeah.
It's not good. If you're looking for love, if you need love, don't get married. Go home to your mother. And if your mother doesn't love you, well, that's a whole new problem. It has nothing to do with marriage.
Yeah.
Marriage is not going to make up for that. So if you need love, you're not ready for marriage. And if you want sex, why are you getting married? You can obviously have it without marriage. So this couple come to me and they say, we're very much in love and we want to get married. Will you do the wedding for us? I said, you're in love? They said, yes. I said, too late. Now you can't get married. Because the only reason you're marrying is for the love. You already have it. Don't ruin it. Why are you getting married? Oh, because we're in love. So you're already in love. What are you getting married for? Marriage means an intimate relationship. Intimacy means I need you in my life. I don't need anything from you.
Yeah.
If I need something from you, I'm just going to use you, and that's not nice. That's abuse. So you don't get married until you don't need anything, but you want someone in your life. So if I don't need anything from you, I don't need anything. I don't need your service. I don't need your support. I don't need your advice. I don't need anything. I just want you in my life. And you're not there. What am I missing? What am I missing? I'm perfect, but without you. So imagine a man says to a woman, please marry me. I can't live without you.
Yeah.
She shouldn't marry him. Because he's either a liar or a very sick guy. If he can't live without her, he doesn't need a wife. He needs therapy. He's not a healthy person.
Yeah.
So if a guy says to a woman, please marry me, I can live without you. Ah, an honest guy. Nobody's going to marry him. If you can live without me, go right ahead. So what should a man say?
Good question.
A man should say what God said to us when he created us. He said, I am God. I don't need anything. I can exist without you forever and ever. But without you, what's the point? What's the point of my perfection if I'm without you? God is so romantic. I don't know how we missed that. So that's what marriage means. Marriage means I don't need love. I don't need your money. I don't need your looks. I don't need your family. I don't need your advice. I don't need your sex. I just want you in my life. Because without you, everything I am perfect at is pointless, meaningless. So what? So perfection is not all it's cranked up to be. It's almost like a curse. If you're really perfect and you need nothing, well, then it's all over. Where do you go from there? So God said, it is not good to be alone. That's what marriage is. God didn't say it's not practical to be alone. If you're capable, if you can do your own parallel parking, and if you can fry an egg all by yourself, then why not be by yourself? The answer is because there's nothing good about it. Being self-sufficient is impressive, and it's very practical. You can't call it good. What's good? Goodness doesn't begin until you bring another person into your life. So marriage means I don't need your love. I just need you. And as long as I need you, bring your love.
Yeah.
Bring all the good things about you. But it's you that I need, not those things.
Yeah.
So if a man says, I want to marry you for love, it is so insulting. Because 2 weeks later, after you're married, the wife voices an opinion. And the husband says, no. Only the love. No. We got married for love, not for opinions. So just give me love. Keep your opinions. Don't give me your personality shtick. I married you for love. Stick to the love. So my first book, by the way, came out in 1991, I think. Doesn't anyone blush anymore? That was not the title I wanted. But the publisher, Harper San Francisco, would not accept the title that I preferred. The title I preferred was, Shut Up, I Love You. Because most of the problems in marriage comes from the worship of love. I love you. That's why we got married. What's with your mood and your opinion and your needs? Come on, shut up and let me love you, and everybody will be happy. No, we got to do it the way God does it. I need nothing from you because I'm perfect. But perfect means nothing if you're not part of my life.
One of your quotes that we loved was, if you're getting married as part of self-improvement, it's not going to work out. And I think that's what you were just saying, I'm a better person when I'm with you, or you'll complete me. And that's been really romanticized in not only movies, but in books. And this is what we've been told to search for, our partner, our other 50%. But I love what you're saying. And I mean, and it's not different to often what other therapists have said in a lot of ways, where it's like, you need to be complete in yourself before you enter into marriage. So, because if you're looking for someone else to complete you, the marriage is not going to survive that. It's going to disappoint.
It's going to be abusive. If I marry you to get some gain, it's abusive. You don't use people. So our need to be together is really not a human instinct. It's a divine instinct. And that's what it means. We were created in God's image. What do we have that is similar to God? He, being perfect, is not content to be alone, and we have that same impulse. As perfect as I am, I don't want to do it by myself. That's divine. So marriage is really a divine arrangement, not a practical one, not a useful one. It's holiness. Marriage is holiness because it's beyond all things. Like if I ask my grandmother, what happens in the bedroom? My grandmother would say, nothing. I say, oh, come on. I'm 48. I think you can tell me now what goes on in the bedroom. Nothing. That's the correct answer. Practical suggestion. A bedroom is a no-thing zone. There is no room or tolerance for anything in a bedroom. It's just two people with each other and nothing between them, nothing separating them. So after a couple have had sex, which is not always intimate, it's quite common for one to ask the other, how was it? How was it? There is no it in a bedroom. There's only us. Don't bring no it into the bedroom. And we know that that's not good, because why did you have to ask? What are you asking? How was it? Weren't you there? Why do you have to ask how it was? Because this did not bring you together. It separated you. And now you're comparing notes. That's the opposite of intimacy. Intimacy bonds you. Sex separates you. Love separates you. Like I say, I love you, and you say, I love you. You just changed the subject. I'm trying to talk about me. I'm trying to express how I feel towards you. And you cut me off. You say, okay, enough about you. Now, I love you. We're not communicating. We're each expressing ourselves as distinct and separate from the other. We're not bonding. We're just comparing notes. Intimacy is the need for someone, not for something about someone.
Yeah.
That's magical. I just have a simple, practical suggestion. A couple should never be intimate with the lights on. Intimacy has to happen in the dark. It's traditional, right? Everywhere in the world, people are intimate at night with the lights off. Like in all the old television shows, like I Love Lucy and The Honeymooners, all those old shows, when they were going to be intimate, they turned the lamp off. The screen went black, and you knew they were being intimate. That's not because of the censors. That's how life was. In reality, people turned the lights off in order to be intimate. And it makes a lot of sense. Intimacy is invisible. You can't see intimacy. So whatever the eye sees is going to distract you from each other. You will see something about each other. You will not get to each other. So turn the lights off and it'll be magical. Just that one little change.
Hey, Rabbi, I love the word intimacy. Intimacy, I learned that it was into me you see.
Yeah, not something about me.
Can I ask you just one more question about relationship? We haven't even gotten to children, the aspect of children yet, but I just a bit more on the relationship one. You are quoted as saying, with a relationship that's supposed to last the rest of your life, you must be careful with it. Can you define careful for us?
The teenage vision. We are so in love, it doesn't matter what we do or how we behave. Love will overcome everything. It's not true. Because if I lose respect for my spouse, it's going to turn ugly. So love is not all you need. Love will not keep us together. There's got to be respect. If I lose respect, then our intimacy becomes vulgar. It becomes degrading. And it turns ugly. So you can't just, be your worst self because we're in love, so who cares? No, you got to be your best self and keep getting better. Then the marriage can last forever. If you can be in the same bed together night after night and just sleep, you're becoming jaded. You can be side by side in a bed and ignore each other? Your libido is dying. It's not healthy. On the other hand, in the olden days when a king and a queen had separate bedrooms, and when the king wanted to be intimate, he had to come and knock on her door. That is so awesome. It's not like, we're in the bed already anyway, together. All right, fine, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah. Oh, that is so jaded. And if you're going to be intimate, show a little initiative. Get up and knock on the door. Something. Yeah, you're right. Whoever invented this idea of sleeping in the same bed every night was either very immature, never outgrew, the kindergarten, or was out to kill it. Because it does. It destroys intimacy.
Rabbi, we have to leave it there today. Unfortunately, this has been a most profound conversation, and thank you so much for your time. We are so grateful for this information, and you've given us, I'll speak for Elle, because I know I can feel her tingling over there, and I'm sure our listeners some wonderful things to think about. And thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us today.
And we haven't even talked about children yet, so let's do this again.
I know.
Can we do it again?
As many times as you want.
Oh, that's so kind. That's so kind. I know that people can watch you on YouTube. I know that you run online workshops as well. Is that right? To get more of your wisdom?
It's goodtoknow.org.
Right.
That's the website.
We'll let you get back to your teenagers, those fabulous teenagers, but we're so appreciative of your time. Thank you so much for joining us.
It was a pleasure.
The rabbi has left the bathroom. He left us with some words that were not recorded. I hope this is a public service announcement. Because keeping relationships together can save a life.
Yeah.
And that blew my mind. Aside from the fact, listener, that the sound was difficult for us He was in a campsite somewhere in the wilderness,
Yeah, middle of
in the middle of
somewhere.
America.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of dropout. So that's probably why Ali and I didn't speak so much, because we didn't want to interrupt
Yeah.
his
There was
thoughts.
a delay.
And I hope
Yeah.
that you can get something from that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I mean,
certainly
I've never heard relationship or marriage, finding your essence, the idea of God. I mean, I've never heard any of it spoken like that before. So that was all very, very new to me. Had you heard anyone speak like that before?
No.
Yeah.
Well, you know that I've been talking a lot about purpose.
Yes, I know. Isn't that
Of late,
amazing that you
yeah.
have felt purposeless?
Yeah, so the serendipity of this chat has been amazing. I'll let you know, listener, that I of late have just been going, I don't know why I'm here. I'm having one of these moments going, I just don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I do a lot of different things, acting and music and, mental health work and stuff like that. I'm like, I just don't know why I can't get fixated on why I'm here. And then when he started talking about purpose and what is our purpose, and when he said our purpose is not to get to heaven, but to actually bring God to earth, it kind of galvanized something in me that we need to make this place better. So how do we do that?
Yeah.
So we look after our relationships. We didn't get to parenting, but we will. We'll go back. We will come back to the rabbi.
Yeah, Rabbi is open for multiple chats. So
Yeah, maybe we'll get him when he's back in Minnesota where he lives.
Yeah.
Better internet connection there, so we can mine him a little deeper for info.
Well,
because it was profound.
He's very generous with his words, with his time, and with his knowledge. So I think he would be open to that, as he said. But, some of his other quotes, which we wrote down, is another one was, nothing you get from your spouse is as important as your spouse. It's not love that keeps couples together, it's respect. That was a whole different take about love and sex is not part of marriage.
Yeah.
That's
Love and sex destroys marriage. he
destroys
says.
marriage. You hear that and you go, wait, what? What?
Yeah, I'm going to need to listen to this. I'm going to need to listen to this chat again. Like when it goes to air, I will actually put it on in my car and have a listen to it.
You're a crazy man.
I am. And then I'll
I
have to take it
always
home and
listen
listen
to
to
our
it. I don't, because I'm in it. So I don't. But I think I'll sit down with a notebook and a pen at my desk after I listen to it in the car.
Yeah. Look, I think this is going to open up a lot of conversation. So let us know on Instagram once you listen to this one what your thoughts are, and it may rub people the wrong way. It may open your eyes to something. I don't know, but we're really interested to hear what you think. So let us know. You can find me on Daddo.
And I'm at Cameron Daddo. The Rabbi's book is Creating a Life That Matters, and you can listen to more of his wisdom at itsgoodtoknow.org. We'll put all this in the show notes as well. Okay.
Thanks so much for listening.
Yeah, we'll be back with you next week. My brain is exploding. Oh, wow. Rabbi Manis Friedman, what a fella. Thanks, honey.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening.